Hello. I got some email and messages asking me some questions after I released the YouTube of the what is practicing Yik Kam SLT is about. So I would like to take the opportunity here to share with you, what is my view on these questions. So the first question is asking me about how do I trigger the snake engine? Is it by twisting? Is it by step forward? Is there anything else? Okay, to answer these questions, I think we need to look at things in the perspective that first one needs to have developed the snake engine. Okay. So if the body is not transformed into a snake body, crane limbs monster yet, we can talk about how to trigger it or how to make use of it, and it actually doesn't really make any sense. Why? It is like, for example, if we have electricity, we just say we want to turn on a light, we just switch the switch and the light comes. Now, if we don't have electricity, the home is not wired, then even we can talk about, you can turn the knob, the switch and so forth. It just doesn't do anything, okay? Because it's a total different thing where you have the electricity wire throughout your supply throughout your whole home, or you don't have electricity. Okay. So first you need to have the transformations, and then the trigger will come with it. Okay. So often people saying when they see like a snake engine, they will say, "Oh yeah, I know that too. I know that too. I do this and do that." Okay, and actually that too is really misunderstanding, misinformation. What happened is this. What happened is that we cannot mix our thinking and electric line in our home the same with the gas line in the home. Those are different things. Okay. So the best way is to develop that thing to get the transformations, and then one will know exactly what's going on. And sure, there is a different way of trigger this snake engine. And as we talk about on the other YouTube, we know that there's a Wing Chun philosophy. And then you use the momentum to implement the philosophy, and then you need to have the techniques and the Jing to implement the momentum in order to get this whole system complete. So first is you need to have the body transformed into the snake body, crane limbs, and then the philosophy apply, or the mindset apply, and then the momentum implement the philosophy, and then you need two ingredients, the techniques and the Jing, or force changes, or force flow, to implement this momentum. Okay? So engine by itself is just like you have a really nice race car. Have a Porsche 911, for example. But if you never learn how to drive in the racing, you cannot race. The engine is there, but you cannot race. So you need the engine to race, but you need to learn how to race to use the engine. Otherwise, it's just half of the story. Okay. And I like to tell you later on later sections of today's YouTube there about this race car and the engine, how to use, learn the car racing and the engine, because that is an evolution of Wing Chun Queen, which by today we know what is most likely. Okay, so that is about Jing. So yeah, Jing meaning you need to develop it, you need to know it, you need to taste it, have it before you want to talk about the using it. Otherwise, it really doesn't make much sense for them. Okay. So that's number one. The second thing is people constantly asking me about when I was doing this YKT breath regulations techniques, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Someone asked me about is that to turn on the channel and so forth, so forth. And guess what? Same in the YouTube of this Yik Kam SLT. Why practice the Yik Kam SLT? I mentioned about the E.G. Kamehameha, the lower part of the body has to be loose. Okay? And then I mentioned two other things. One is the breathing, one is the Jing. Notice I never mentioned anything about energy or channel. And as you who know YKT know, you need to have the loose body, the quiet mind, the breathing settle before the energy or the Mandarin of the Qi will surface. Otherwise, it doesn't surface. Okay, and okay. So if we take a look at in general, how in general, people will talk about Qi and this and that and channel opening and everything. Most of them, if you take a look at it, take a statistic, how many of them really can losing their body? How many of them can have the natural lower X breathing? If that two things is not satisfied, then forget about this Qi and all these things. Those are just sometimes I call it a fantasy shortcut. Thinking, oh, I don't have to be training for hours and hours to lose my body, to get the mind quiet, to get the breathing nature and lower abs. And thinking that, or just be able to think visualizations, this Qi going this and that, and you can doing certain things. In my understanding, in Chinese Qigong, those are the type who create problem. Those doesn't really work. Okay, and the real Qigong, first is they go for loose. If you look at even the Buddhism meditation samadhi, nobody's going to talk about this Qi here, Qi there. Why? Because it distracts the heck out of your mind. Okay, and it is just not going that way. So my view on this is first take care of your body. Let it loose down. Let it loose down, let mind quiet down, the breathing show up naturally, and then the Jing, you can play with it because now you have it, your body do not break into pieces, left, up, down, left, right. And then basically your body can do this, what we call the 升降开合, okay? Rise, sing, open, close. Okay, there's the body. This is the physical. Rise, sing, open, close. And then there's the breathing. Okay, which is synchronized with it. Okay, so you can do this. That is more practical than thinking about this Qi, that energy. For me, most people doing those are fantasy. Okay. So this is my my answer to those type of questions. Okay. So why do I know? Because I'm there, and I look at this and man, is this going to work in martial art? No. Is this going to help people to heal? And when people who suffer in sickness and you want to heal them, can you use this thing? No. That's not it. And the it of it, the core and the real thing you can trust, is loosen the body, quiet the mind, like the breathing bone naturally thing. Because now you lose your body, your blood flow and different system of the body. You don't tense it. Your mind quiet down, your brain and your nervous system quiet down. Your breathing, okay? You increase the breathing of your volume, the volume of the breathing. So that way it energizes your body. Those are practical things. Don't go to this chi and so forth. And well, is the chi stuff real? Sure. But that's not what you think, because you're not even get to the third layer of YKT, or Yik Kam transform layer. We mostly with people we are not there. Okay. So that is this is my extreme way of looking at the thing. Okay, this is my opinion. I can be wrong. Okay, you can be right, but that's how I look at it. Okay, because helping people is about responsibility. It's not we don't want to talk something where we mislead other people. Okay, we want to treat whatever we tell other people like we tell ourselves. I think there's a better way to do it. If we don't do it, we don't know about it, don't talk about it. If we know it's not working, it's I think, I speculate, forget about it. Okay? Now, we come to the third thing. The third thing is this. People talk about mastering, okay? And they're asking me about, who is the master and so, who is the grandmaster, and there's a term in Chinese called 宗师 in Cantonese, okay, or 宗师 in Mandarin, okay, like in the movie now, the new Wong Kar-wai movie, the Grandmaster. Okay. You see, for me, in my view, I saw those titles has an objective meaning. It's not simply everybody call themselves Sifu or Grandmaster. Okay, that is level of understanding. Okay, now for example, in Chinese there's two terms called Jing Tong. Jing meaning precisely capable to handle it. Tong meaning be able to see the details. So Jing Tong meaning you be able to handle the thing in experience and know all the details in the big picture and small picture. That's called Jing Tong. Now, that is not what everybody can do. Usually, like for example, we talk about the YKT. If we know the 5 layers to the details, to everything, that is still not Tong. That's still not knowing everything. That is just have the basic understanding. If one can do the Jing, the 3 types of the Jing of the Shooting Power, that is still not Jing, or be able to handle every details of it. That is just knowing the basic. So now you see, knowing the basic, meaning you can do the Shooting Power, you transform your body, you know how to activate the Jing, you know the basic applications, you know the YKT 5 layers. Okay, you know something. You have basic understanding as a basic foundations. For the Jing Tong, there is still a level away. Okay, it is not there yet. So in other words, that we in the ancient way of categorizations, you don't call yourself a master just because of you know this thing. You have to be Jing Tong. And the grandmaster is the people who can influence the whole trends of the system. that is even further. Okay. Now, as we say about the Siling Tao, the Yik Kam Siling Tao. We know a few things about the Yik Kam Siling Tao for today. Okay. What happened is that the Yik Kam Siling Tao from the Yik Kam Quick have 3 levels of attainment. The first level is called Shen Yi Jia He. The second level is called Shen Yi Qi He. The third level is called Shen Yi Mai He. So in Chinese, in English, the first level is meaning the attentions or the awareness is fused with the physical body or physical moment. The second is the awareness is one with the breathing. Okay. The third level is the awareness is one or fused with the qi, okay, the zhen qi, the flow of the zhen qi, okay. So that's 3 levels. Now, just to be honest, for today, most of us can only reach the awareness filled with the body motion, not the top 2 level even, just the lowest level. If you can do that, that is very good already for today's, as we see in general. Okay. So again, because this 3 level system is accord with the Ermes-Ezhuang system, and the system actually related. It is related to the Buddhism's 9th level of samadhi. Okay, so if you look at the Ermes-Ezhuang, the Ermes 12 course, they have these 3 levels: the awareness one with the body motion, the awareness one with the breathing, the awareness one with the qi flow. Okay, and they have 9 levels of attainment. Okay. So those are deep stuff. Those are not like we just go for a seminar for 2 days and we think we are master already. No, we don't. Just to get the beginning, to start the beginning, to know the basic, there is a lot of things there. Okay. So I want you to understand that in ancient Chinese literature and the traditional martial arts, there's all this level exists. It's not up to for us today to just given title because it does have a standard and on an objective standard. It's not up to us. Okay, it's up to where do we have attained, which level have we attained. Okay. So that's my view for this one. Now, next, we talk about the crane body, the snake body, the crane limbs, okay, the transformation. So you have the car and the racing to maintain or develop the car and learn how to race. Okay. Per today, via evidence, we know 1850s or pre-1850s time of Wing Chun, such as the Yik Kam Siling Tao. It comes with a balanced emphasis of the body of the art and the applications of the art. Okay. So it takes a lot of times if you go training that way or the old ways, of ancient ways, where you train the internal or the body of the art and then you train the applications and only those way of thinking is balance. Okay. Now, however, something happened with a Wing Chun kid. Okay. Uh, because the focus later on is switched toward the application more and less the the body. Okay, but it's still there. It's still there. Okay, it's still a balance, but it's switched more toward the application side. And obviously, if you want to use something, you need to have the applications and even though application is not everything, but application is very important. Okay. So if you take a look at the Yik Kam long set and our other this Wing Chun lineage, the 3 sets of them, you can see one thing. It shifted from the Yik Kam type of the set design to the 3 set type of design. The Yik Kam set design is, you can see, you can read within it. You have this a lot of this engine cultivations and so forth and so forth. Okay, and while the 3 sets is shifted to focus more into the application side, and that's how this evolution is, which we know today. And again, as yesterday I told you guys, we very hardly know what is going on and when is that happen. Okay, and so that is the situations between how the focus is shifted into the application, and of course application is keeping growing. Because as soon as we're still alive, things evolve. It is growing. The application is growing, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. However, in order to make a optimized use of it, then the body of the art and the application of the art has to be balanced. We don't want to get into the conditions or the situations as we talk about the Jing, where we talk about flipping the switch to turn on the light, but we never know what is electricity. Then we're in trouble. But if you have a minimum electricity, you learn how to switch different way of turning the knobs. Well, that's a good way too. It's maybe not perfect, where you have all this your electricity and your different way of power, spare power, solar power, whole bunch of stuff. Okay, but if you have electricity, have wire up and can switch, that is still an okay situations. Okay. Okay. So this is all I want to share with you guys today. Again, it's just my opinion. I just share with you all this. Okay. Thank you.